Good morning and welcome to Breakfast Central. Thank you for starting the week with us. It's, of course, the third day of the week and we have 2 more days before we wrap it up and get ready for Breakfast Extra. You're welcome to the show. I am Olive Emodi.
And I'm Joe Hansen, welcoming you to Breakfast Central on a Wednesday morning. Well, it's bright and early, although I think Olive did get the memo that it's going to be a brownie Wednesday.
Somebody was copying me.
A bit. I think you were copying me, if I'm right. But we're not alone. We've got the man who didn't get the memo.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did not. Benga as well.
It's a blue Wednesday for me. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. On the program today, Breakfast Central, we have quite a lot in store for you, so you want to sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm the third musketeer that's not went brown.
Hopefully, our producers will start giving us color code of the week and we're like, guys, tomorrow's uniform is blue, different shades of blue. So let's see how that goes.
Well, it kind of like reminds us of where we came from as children, preparing to go to school. Sometimes you look at the kids these days and you go down memory lane and say, I remember when I used to get tired of wearing this particular color every day.
But it's even more exciting for the kids today because they have today we're wearing inter-house sports outfits, tomorrow they have different outfits, but it's more expensive for parents. So parents, my heart goes out to you.
I understand. Anyway, let's bring to you our wake-up conversations this morning. If you just tuned in, don't forget you can tweet us or you can X us. That doesn't really sound a bit, like an X or something. But then again, drop your comments and let us know what you think. Wake up conversation story number 1 on a Wednesday morning has got to do with hoodlums. Yes, I know you're wondering, hoodlums, why? What's going on? Well, stories emanating all the way from Plateau State, says that hoodlums are not happy with the Nigeria Labour Congress. Why? Because of the shelved tariff hike protest. Now, newsmen across, as reported by The Guardian, noticed that on the roads of Ahmadu Bello Way and Murtala Mohammed Way, they saw hoodlums waiting patiently so as to pounce and loot shops and so on. They were all gathered waiting just for the whistle to blow that the strike has started, and then they would run into the streets and do what they know how to do best until they heard the information that there were police officers around and that there will be no more looting as planned, because the NLC decided to shelve the strike, the proposed strike, and that didn't make them happy. Some, according to what we hear, expressed dissatisfaction with the fact that they all got ready to join the protest. We all know why they joined the protest, though.
I'm a little biased to that piece of news. I wanted to ask who actually reported that.
Who's the spokesperson
for the Agberos? Who reported that? I know I'm a bit biased. I'm biased because I worry that Nigerians certainly have a right to protest. And in the last 2 protests, what we've seen is they've always, in a way, tried to control the protest.
Or guilt-trip
Nigerians into protesting because they say, hoodlums are going to hijack the protest like they did with the NSAS. And in many cases, the argument will be that some of these hoodlums are manufactured, they're engineered in order to frustrate the protest. So I'm a little worried about that.
And besides, it's our constitutional responsibility to protest. Every Nigerian has the freedom of expression. It's the duty of Nigerian police force and other security agencies to be there to provide cover and protect them, regardless of whoever has an ulterior motive. But let's move on to our next wake-up conversation story of the day. This is in Kano. Yes, the Kano State Houses of Assembly passed the Kano Landscaping and Beautification Agency bill. I love the sound of this. You wouldn't know the details of the bill. I mean, it sounds nice on the surface, but going deeper into the details, like they say, the devil is in the detail. The bill imposes a fine of 25,000 naira for urinating or defecating in public. I think this should be a nationwide law and fine.
I have mixed feelings about that.
You also have mixed feelings about this one.
Yes,
too.
I do.
How can you have mixed feelings?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I have mixed feelings about it. First of all, it's why I don't shake a number of people, because you see people every time they've on the road, done their thing. And no. I'd rather you stay my cloth, but don't touch my palm, please. Don't touch my hands, because they have those hands been, and have you washed them? We see them every morning when we're coming to work. They're defecating on the road. They're urinating on the road in traffic. People come out, sweep out their things, and just, you know, do what they have to do on the road. And it's a bit embarrassing. We should do better, because the truth is, these same people who will urinate and defecate on the roads here in Nigeria, when they go to London or they go to other countries, they don't do that in public. In countries where there are rules and regulations, they don't do that. So whilst I feel, sorry, let me say the other part about why I have mixed feelings. We also, unfortunately, are a country that are, you know, we are battling insane levels of lack of access to public amenities like toilets. So if you're putting laws like that, are you ensuring that there are enough bathrooms and toilets for people to be able to access? Because you can't, again, cheat the call of nature. So yeah, mixed feelings.
True, you have to answer the call of nature. And I'm happy you just took the word out of my mouth for the access to public bathrooms. They should be strategic in many places, and not just, I mean, if you go to public car parks and you see the state of those bathrooms, you'd rather not answer the call of nature. It just reminds me of when Lagos State passed this bill. I believe it was under Fashola, and there was a bill to ban smoking too. And you know, people that answer the call of nature like to smoke along it. So imagine if you are in prison and you are asking your fellow prisoners, how did you end up here? Oh, I did this, carjacking, financial crime. You, what did you do? I answered the call of nature and I was smoking. It's just ridiculous.
Somehow. I just can't imagine. But then again, for me, it goes the other way. And the way simply is this. I think while imposing these fines on defecators, you should also be able to provide public latrines so that they could also use it in case they are pressed. But I remember at some point here in Lagos State, when public latrine was everywhere, they said you could use it. All of a sudden, it became a business plan for most people. They came and said, if you want to do the other one, you know, it's 100 naira back then. The quick one, 50 naira, you know, and so on and so forth. But the state, you know, it's breakfast. Let's not even go there.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day,
cereals in front of you.
I think that is something that also local government should look at, ensuring that they do. It shouldn't cost so much. Put bathrooms there. It's also an opportunity to create employment for people. There are people that can be there to clean the bathrooms and the toilets and ensure that they're in a decent state. But let's not start the show with a lot of...
And shout out to our eateries. You know, they've been seconding, apart from as public bathrooms.
Yeah,
because people just buy, you know,
I want to buy meat pie and do a quick number two. I've been guilty of that. I can't even lie. Okay.
We apologize.
No. They are doing the Lord's work. Let's move to our third story for the Wake Up Conversations. And this one is a bit scary. With the advent of AI, ChatGPT, and all the many options that have become available to make life easier, many would think it comes with its own, its own set of challenges, right? People are using ChatGPT for work, and it's making work a lot more productive. However, there's a dark side to artificial intelligence that some are starting to explore with deepfakes and the likes. Comedian AY put out a picture and a video that has been doctored. He was on a flight with Yul Edochie, and they're promoting his movie. Now, this video was doctored to see them kissing. This video you're seeing is not real. And I'm going to tell you the first thing to look at. She has 6 fingers. So if we can put that video again, count her fingers as quickly as you can. She has 6 fingers. Nobody, well, no regular person has 6 fingers. Now, the dark side to this is how many homes will probably, in the nearest future, be set apart because their family members will see video of, maybe the man will see his wife making out with another man. And how do you convince people who are not aware that this isn't artificial intelligence, that this isn't real, and it's a factor of artificial intelligence? How do you tell Facebook people that that video is not real? Because now, I'm sure that by today, the headlines on Facebook will start to talk about how AY is now in a relationship with Yul Edochie, and that they've seen them being intimate on the plane and blah, blah, blah. So it's just a very dark side that I wonder how we're going to navigate. But
the good thing is, I mean, technology is double-edged. The same technology that has this, there's a saying in Yoruba that the white man that made the pencil made the eraser. There are certain tools you could put the videos.
You should have said that in Yoruba.
I'd love to hear that in Yoruba because you remember the song.
So I mean, there are tools where you could put some of those videos, Google Lens and all of that, and it will show you the source. You just have to be tech savvy.
So is your mommy at home or our mommies that will see that video?
Of course, they'll believe it, but people need to be more ethical. Imagine campaign season, political campaign season, and what people come up with.
And that's a good angle that we should actually look at on Breakfast Central, hopefully sometime prior to the elections, because we're going to see a whole lot.
The role of artificial intelligence.
Remember the previous election, how an audio was doctored? Remember we heard so much different audio recordings. They said it was taken from a phone conversation. We did hear of that of Peter Obi and the others and so on. How true was it? It was hard to come by or believe because there are now apps that could actually mimic my voice. All it needs to do is take my voice, re-engineer my voice,
and put in the words.
Put it back on someone else's. I
know what's even scary about that. That when there's now actual evidence, people will deny it and blame it on artificial intelligence. So how do we find the line? How do we find that fine divide to have ethical journalism? Because everybody now is a citizen journalist. They're putting out clips, the bloggers, everybody is doing this work. So how do we ensure that even these citizen journalists are doing their work ethically?
And I mean, we're journalists, but I really don't like the word citizen journalist because everybody thinks you could just put up a story with their rules to it, their ethics, there's editorial standards we follow, but maybe because it's easy for people to take pictures and just write a few words. Will you allow a citizen doctor to treat you, or will you fly on a plane with a citizen pilot? Food for thought if you haven't had breakfast.
Big guy, you're on fire this morning.
It's okay. It's on that note. It's okay. Let's douse the fire. Let's douse the fire.